What's your question, sir?
My question is about the security of Ugandans right now. Currently, we have troops in Somalia, and clearly it has become a threat to both Ugandans here and our neighbors. So my question is, would you rather we keep the troops there or we bring them back and save Uganda and make it safer for us? Because clearly, if you look at the events in the past year, you clearly see we are not safe anymore because of the presence of our troops in Somalia. That's my question.
As you have read an abridged version of our manifesto, we talk about, number one, positive politics. That also means positive politics and compassionate politics. That also means positive and compassionate diplomacy. Secondly, we think that fighting for our national, human and national security is a primary role of the next government. Premising whether we should have troops in Somalia or not must be based on a number of factors, about 5 of them in my own view, and in the campaign, this campaign's view. Number one, are you going to make Ugandans safer than before? And when we talk about Ugandans, those in the diaspora and those in the homeland, are you going to make them safer than before? Number two, you compare what you have to offer as an altruistic hand to the rest of the world. Look, consider the economy of Uganda, the size of our economy, and look at how many people are suffering with poverty, abject poverty. Our resources are within 2% of our population, almost 95% of our national resources. The rest is what the less than 2%, the 98% has. And in this aspect, are you making Ugandans richer or poorer? Are you making them suffer more without education, without health, and the like? So this should have been put to a national debate, whether we should have, in the first instance, we should have troops in Somalia or not. We are part of IGAD. We are part of the East African community. We are part of the African, that is AU. We are also part of the international community. Why is it that Uganda must shoulder the burden of every African, of every East African, of every IGAD member, and of every international community member? And yet, our economy cannot sustain this. There, we must rearrange. We must revisit. We must review how we approach such international dilemmas, whether we are fighting terrorism or we are helping other communities to overcome the problems they are in.